Hi, my name is Benjamin Katz, and welcome back to the 4-Day Ice Cream Review, where today I'm at the Peach Cobbler factory in Alexandria, Louisiana, stretching the very definitions of what I would consider putting on this channel, because today I got Blackberry Cobbler with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. I will be reviewing the cobbler as a whole, while focusing more on the ice cream than anything else. I chose to get this specific dish because there were really no other options for homemade ice cream, and apparently the ice cream they make is within their warehouse that serves a couple of different peach cobbler factories across this area. So let's get started with a solid bite of ice cream and blackberry cobbler and see what happens. So I'll start by evaluating sort of the experience as a whole, then we'll dig into the cobbler individually, then the ice cream individually. As a whole, yeah, it's ice cream and cobbler. It's manufactured, for sure. It's not trying to embody fresh flavors. While we are getting real blackberries and we're getting some decent vanilla ice cream, it's not trying to be a fresh out of the oven homemade cobbler. But I don't think that was ever the point. This is, a factory, so to say. And the product you're going to get from it is going to be very standard, very baseline, and very muted compared to what a homemade cook can do. They did nail the ice cream, though. It's a sweet vanilla, classic sweet cream with vanilla flavoring added to it, as opposed to it being ground up French vanilla ice cream. But the consistency is good and the texture is good. And it melts quite readily, which helps in this dish that was served warm. The ice cream adds a good creamy layer over everything and balances out the otherwise a bit too sweet cobbler. You may be asking, well, Benjamin, why did you get the blackberry cobbler instead of the peach cobbler as you're at the peach cobbler factory? Simple answer, I like blackberries. I like berries in general. And I will most often pick a berry flavor over a standard fruit flavor. If you show me a peach flavor, sure. If you show me a raspberry flavor, I'll go crazy. So that's the simple answer. I just prefer berries over peaches. So since I can't really comment anymore on the ice cream because it's just a vanilla flavor that tastes okay and has good texture, I'll comment on the use of ice cream in a business like this. You can tell the Peach Cobbler factory is trying to become a franchise. Not only do they have clear signage on their building itself saying, contact us about franchising, but the feel of the store is corporate and professional. And it feels like they're trying to get this idea off the ground. Do I think it's viable? Who's to say? I am a business guy, but I am not too big on broad restaurants. I do like, though, that they are using ice cream as a selling point. They not only have the peach cobbler with standard ice cream, they also will serve you a standard scoop of ice cream with toppings. So you're getting a bit more variety, and they're utilizing, all parts of the buffalo. But the more I eat this, the more I think the ice cream is being used to complement the cobbler. The cobbler is the main focus in this equation, with the ice cream being, a side thought. It's a side thought that still does well, because the Peach Cobbler factory is kind of focusing on the entire experience. But with just one flavor, and a very average flavor at that, I wouldn't say this shop is best to come to if you have a hankering for good ice cream. And so that brings me to my closing thoughts. I paid $8.50 for this bowl of blackberry cobbler and a scoop of ice cream on top. It feels like a valid price for the sheer amount of calories I'm getting. This is a hefty bowl. But as someone who prefers ice cream as a dessert and doesn't tend towards the cobblers or other baked goods unless they're homemade or made with a bit more passion and love, I can't say I'll come back, especially not on this ice cream reviewing journey. I did sort of stray away from the ice cream because I couldn't find anything that was homemade or fresh in the area. So I'm using this and the episode previous about, I believe it's beans and cream, to focus more on the business side of manufacturing. I could definitely see the Peach Cobbler factory becoming a more ubiquitous name in the South and Southeast. But I don't really see its national mainstream appeal, especially with its flagship product being $8.50. that's a bit of a sticker shock for dessert, which has been so often treated as a lower priced commodity item. So, I don't think I'll be back to the Peach Cobbler Factory, but I do appreciate its existence, and for what it's worth, this is a solidly average dessert, which is better than I can say about most mass manufactured items. If you like this video and want to see more like it, consider subscribing, or go to finefiltermarketing.com for more on the journey. Thank you.